Welcome back, guys. Hey, so I don't know what to call this video other than spring cleaning meets Project Overwhelm. So this week felt like starting everything and finishing nothing. You know those seasons where the house feels like it's closing in a little, like the piles multiply overnight, like you're moving all day, but somehow nothing looks done? Yeah, that. We're shuffling the chicken workout dojo. I'm attempting to add a ceiling track curtain to separate storage from workout space, which sounded like a great idea until I was standing there staring at it, wondering who approved this plan. The laundry's humming, the dressing room has a creative process happening. My office wants to become more of a studio without losing its office responsibilities. Challenge accepted, I think. And somewhere in the middle of all that, I decorated for St. Patrick's Day, which was cute, festive, slightly chaotic. I did the tour, I smiled, but if I'm being honest, everything feels a little heavier than it should. So today isn't going to be about the perfect reset, my friends. It's just going to be about moving anyway. It's about what to do when the home feels loud, when the walls feel close, when you can't quite catch up, but you also can't sit still. If you're in a week like that too, stay with me. Let's move through it together.
These ones are for the ceiling. Got it. Ooh, this would actually look pretty good in the office. To hang a green screen and slide back and forth. Okay, focus. One room at a time. All right, well, this was a very frustrating project. I know I measured that more than once, so if I can, I did flex seal the hinges to the ceiling, so if I can, I will try to move that, or I did have an extra one, so I might just try to add the extra one in here. I had 4 of these, but I don't know where they are, so this was the best I could do trying to figure it out. I might just put a different drape there. It'll be a different color, but oh well. And then I'm very chaotic this morning. Blanche is upset because Carlotta is in there. I've already taken this off to clean this, and I'm just I don't want to spray that while they're in there. So I think I'm gonna try and move this furniture or the exercise equipment around. I think that's the plan in here. Make it more cohesive. This little desk thing, Credenza, that I think I'm gonna pull into the, oh my gosh, Blanche. I'm gonna pull into the house, or put somewhere. I don't know where that's going, but it's gotta go. There's literally no room for it in here. And I don't want it outside, it'll get ruined. So I don't know, maybe in the foyer I can switch out one of the desks in the foyer area. They're kind of catch-alls and a little too big, even though we've had them out there since we moved here. I think it's time to move those on. The one closest to the French doors is actually not good. It's actually kind of warped and some of the drawers don't shut. So maybe I will replace this with there. It'll be much smaller for sure, but maybe it'll make it look a little neater. So I don't know. I'm just working this out loud with you, but let me just start here and figure out what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna take a break for now because it's egg laying. Of course it's egg laying time. And here's another one. 3 chicken pile up. Rose is coming in here too. Okay. I already had Dolly lay an egg up here this morning. So, okay, that being said, we're done here. I'm gonna go make some breakfast, I think, and give these girls some space. Okay. I know. Blanche is laying her egg right now. And then Rose looks like she's watching the box so she can go next. And then I guess you can go. I know. I know. The gossip it's brutal. I know. Here, go ahead. Get down. Good girl.
Well, egg laying hour has officially commenced, which means I have been gently but firmly evicted from the chicken workout dojo house. Apparently, I am not part of that ceremony. So, we're going to pivot. I'm taking that as my cue to step away from the curtain chaos and shuffle this credenza over here instead. Sometimes when a room won't cooperate, you just move one thing and call it progress. We're testing it out. No long-term commitment, babes. Just let's see how this feels kind of situation. And then tragedy. I noticed my little clay Greek pillar pedestal is busted at the bottom, which honestly feels very on brand for this week. Why does this random column mean so much to me? I don't know. It just does. It gives old villa energy. It makes me feel like I should be journaling in linen with olives nearby. I actually want some bigger ones someday, a whole dramatic like lineup of them. But I am not a toss it and replace it kind of girl, so we're rotating her. Broken side to the back, plant on top, new life, reinvention arc, so to speak. So, because that's kind of the theme this week, right? Things feel slightly cracked, slightly off, slightly chaotic, but instead of spiraling, my friends, we adjust. We reposition. We keep moving. We let the hens have their moment. We work around the weirdness. And if your week has felt a little sideways too, you're not alone. We don't have to fix everything today. Sometimes we just turn broken side to the wall and we carry on. Onward we go. Put in the comments below, how is your week going? Are you have the same kind of week I'm having? Let me know what you got going on. I want to hear from you. Okay, scene change. We are decorating for St. Patty's Day. Okay, now, full disclosure, my energy this week has not exactly been glitter cannon level, but I decided we are decorating anyway because sometimes you don't wait to feel festive, you act festive and hope your brain catches up later. So we're pulling out little shamrocks, the green accents, the tiny touches that say, yes, March, we will be participating with you. So nothing over the top, no leprechaun parade happening in the foyer, just subtle pops of green tucked into the shelves, a little swap here, a little sparkle there. I always think seasonal decorating has to be this huge transformation, but you know what? Honestly, it's usually the 10-minute fluff that shifts the mood. A bowl of something green, a tea towel swap, a candle that smells vaguely like optimism. And even though I didn't feel wildly excited while doing it, I will say this: the house looked back at me softer afterwards. And that matters. Sometimes decorating isn't about being over the moon thrilled. Sometimes it's just about telling your space, we're still here, we're still trying, we're still marking the moments. And that feels like enough this year.
So I need to get a hammer to fix this, but I need to do it quietly so my birdies don't hear me. Hi. Hi, Carlotta. Good girl. Did you just lay an egg? Eggs. Jeez. Bruno. Hi, honey. Okay. Telling you guys, they would have all come after me. Okay, let's finish that. That was fun, right? Okay. Let's fix this floating flag banner.
Well, I worked up an appetite uh, messing with the chickens, or hiding from them, rather, as you saw, and decorating. So I thought we would stop and make some lunch. I'm going to do a salad with my homemade garlic aioli sauce. You guys, if you've been around here for a while, you know I pretty much make this regularly, almost every week, I would say. I made an amazing pesto sauce last week, and I think I want to make that again. It was so delicious. as like a dressing for a salad as well. I mean, this is too, but my gosh, I'm still daydreaming about pesto. So I thought I would make that and then put some salmon as well on top of the salad. Anyway, I'm super excited about this. So during this brief intermission from hiding from chickens and fluffing shamrocks, well, because it's lunchtime and all, I think today's vibe, I want to be like treat yourself, right? Not in a 5 course, I have all these dishes to do later, light some candles, violin in the background kind of way. Just in a let's not eat crackers over the sink like a raccoon way. So we're building a salad, salmon on top, a little garlic aioli moment happening as the dressing. Nothing groundbreaking. I've mentioned these already, but when you plate it up intentionally, suddenly it feels elevated. And honestly, I think that's the theme this week. Not everything has to be perfect, not everything has to be finished, but we can make lunch feel like a small luxury. Midday meals are usually where I rush. I'll tell myself I'm too busy or behind or whatever dramatic headline I've written for the day. And I'll even skip it sometimes. But sitting down with something that feels thoughtful, even simple, recalibrates me. Protein, greens, something creamy and garlicky to make it interesting. Boom, done. So tell me, how do you treat yourself at lunch? Are you a leftovers queen, a sandwich artist? Do you DoorDash your sanity? Drop it in the comments. I need ideas because if we're going to survive chaotic weeks and egg-laying eviction notices from the dojo, we might as well eat and eat well while we're at it. All right, I'm interrupting the music for something important. We need to talk ballet shoes. So every evening I do a little ballet, nothing dramatic. I am not auditioning for anything, at least not at the moment. I'm just strengthening my ankles, my feet, my tendons, all the tiny stabilizer muscles that keep me from hobbling around like a Victorian ghost. It's become my quiet ritual though. Stretch, point, releve, breathe, inside turns, outside turns. You get the idea. But here's the problem. No foam comes inside a point shoe. In fact, I add foam inside the point shoe. But when the foam that I put inside the point shoe starts breaking down, it is brutal. Like standing directly on hardwood with your soul. There is no forgiveness, there is no cushion, there is only regret with your toes inside the box. So here's my little secret. I add in foam, just a small couple of pieces tucked inside, enough to soften the blow without changing the structure of the shoe. Obviously, you're not going to change it, it's a box. But it's not glamorous, it's not professional ballerina approved, most likely. I'm pretty sure it's not. But it totally works, and my toes personally would like to thank me on a daily basis. I think there's something kind of symbolic about it too. Sometimes you don't need a brand new pair, you don't need to quit the ritual, you just need a little extra padding, a little support, a little adjustment. So the thing you love doesn't hurt quite so much. Anyway, that is my very serious, very elite ballet hack. You're welcome. And if you have a random life hack like this that saves you every week, tell me. I live for these tiny survival upgrades. Now, back to our regularly scheduled chaos.
Okay, thanks for hanging with me today, guys. Let's do a quick little house tour with the St. Patrick's Day stuff ready to go. Hi. I thought this came out really cute. I want to get my coffee ready for the end of the day for tomorrow morning. A little leprechaun trap. How cute is this? Like, so adorable. I had a lot of fun putting that together. Ended up moving this over here, as you saw earlier. So my husband said he loves that there. He said it looks nice. So we'll leave that there for a little bit. We got some stuff over here. Looks cute. I don't have a ton of St. Patrick's Day stuff. I am not Irish. So I'm gonna switch out this rug still, but I mean, overall, all in all, the house got done. Hi, Bruno's. He just had din-dins, huh? So he's a happy camper with his eyes glowing. Brought the air conditioner in, not that we're turning it on, but yep, it's put together, not exactly done. I mean, it is done. It's as done as it's gonna be. I got that up right there. How cute. And that's pretty much it. I did, let's see, I did share with you guys, we were starting to tear this part. I know, it looks like a total bomb went off. But I think I pulled that curtain down right here. Sorry about the jolting camera movements there. But I'm in this phase where I sort of want to just strip everything down and kind of maybe start from scratch kind of thing. So this is all winter stuff. It just was not, it's not been that cold here. So I'm doing my winter to spring summer wardrobe swap like right now instead of waiting until March or April. So we're gonna go through this still. There's still plenty to do, but I'm taking a vote. Do you guys like that with the curtain up or the curtain down? I had like a balloon curtain sitting up there. Kind of gives it a warmer touch. But as I said, I'm trying to I'm going to reconfigure this room still. Spring cleaning is in full effect, my friends. Hi, Bruno. So I wanted the office to be a little bit more studio and less office. So that means this mess has occurred, but we're going to work through that in the next video. I'm not going to do that today. It's been a long day, but I do want to share my cute little St. Patrick's Day little decor. How cute is that?
Okay, end of day check-in. I know we started about 17 projects and technically finished, I don't know, maybe 2.5. And normally I love a perfectly satisfying before and after moment, crisp edges, clean lines, ta-da, music. But this week just wasn't that. This week felt more like shifting things around, testing layouts, adding foam to ballet shoes, getting kicked out of the chicken dojo during egg hour. Normal life. And I think sometimes homemaking isn't about finishing everything, it's about staying in motion, even if it's messy motion. Some weeks are completion weeks, some weeks are we're just keeping the ship afloat weeks. And some weeks are why are there so many piles and why do walls feel closer than usual weeks. This one was somewhere in there. So instead of apologizing, I'm just going to call it what it is, a real week. And tomorrow, we'll keep going. And if you're in a half finished season 2, you're not behind. You're building. Now I'm setting up coffee for the morning because future me deserves at least one win when I wake up tomorrow.